Hello friends, myself Dr. Amol Khandwe. I am from Ahmednagar and I run an exercise clinic for pain relief since last 10 years. In last few days, I have visited ICUs where COVID-19 patients are admitted, and I have tried some breathing exercise on them. Out of those, I have cut down them into two prominent exercises which are very helpful to decrease the oxygen consumption, to raise the SpO2 levels, and overall healing and well-being of that patient. And I am sure that these exercises will definitely change the mortality rate in the patient and also help to reduce down the long COVID patient. That means some patients are after even 6 months are feeling tachypneic, breathless, etc., etc. So just I'm in 1 minute I will tell you how it works. Our basic fluid system is circulatory system. That means our blood flows through arteries and veins. But at the tissue level or cellular level, there is another system called as lymphatic system. Lymphatic system starts between any two cells, interstitial space. It forms its own vessels, own pipelines that are connected, and ultimately that drains into the subclavian vein. The most important function of this lymphatic system is that they are duster of human body. That means they just wipe out the bad things, like if there are dead cells, dead bacteria, dead virus part, their covers, cell debris, some our own body secretions and all that, sputum, etc., etc., harmful chemicals. This is the system which collects that debris and transfer it to the other parts. So it is a duster. So what is happening in the COVID is that the lung, alveolus, the basic part of the lung which is responsible for the oxygen perfusion. Oxygen is there in the lungs, but it cannot perfuse to the blood. That is because there is a level of exudates and watery level is much more. That means there are so many exudates, so many secretions, they are just blocking that oxygen from reaching to the blood. And cellular edema in those alveoli is very prominent. That is also helping, that is also causing more damage. So this exercise is aimed at restoring the flow of that lymphatic system. It is a one-way system, and with the swelling this system is clogged up. So the main aim of this exercise is gradually pushing this activity so that alveolus are gradually opened up, gradually repeatedly pushing themselves. So when we do that, I am sure that this push, small push, will definitely clear that pathways and help that fluid which is stagnated there to wipe out those debris, and it will help in restoring your oxygen levels. Thank you. Now I am going to tell you how to do that first exercise. We will call it as short Bhastrika. Any forceful expiration or forceful ventilation will itself cause the barotrauma, means pressure trauma. So we are not going to add on the trauma given by the COVID-19. We aim to the healing. So first thing is just be aware of your own breathing. Just see how it is going in, how it is going out. Because some patients are even not able to take the full breath. That means they are just restricted to 50% of their inhalational capacity. So you can take breath whatever level you are comfortable. There is no need to take very deep breathing. Okay, so just I will demonstrate it. You have to lift the shoulders up while you are inhaling the air. That means, and you have to release the air in short steps. Again I will do it. in very short and gentle steps. There is no need for more pressure. You can very gently do it. So in sitting position, you have to take 3 breaths only, because more the breaths, more SpO2 will be decreased. In this breathing, you will find that while doing this, your SpO2 level may decrease by at least 5% for a while, just 10 to 20 seconds, but just don't get scared. It will again restore. And when you repeatedly do this exercise, then the base level of your SpO2 will definitely going up. So this exercise you can do after a short break to the other side. Just rotate to the one side and do it. To other side. You have to do 3 times here, 3 times here. Okay. Why rotation? Because in rotation one lung is slightly restricted, so that we can focus on the other lung. Another position is that you can, if you are lying, you can also do it. If you are sleeping on one side, you can also do it. One more beneficial pose is that if you are lying on your stomach, you just take a pillow here and do same breathing, that short Bhastrika, in lying down position also. Lying down may not be possible for all. You can just take your head out of your bed or adjust according to the pillow. You can take 2 pillows, you can take 1 pillow on the abdomen, whichever scenario is suitable for you, you can do it. But just always remember that the force is not important in this exercise. The repetition is more important. That means you have to repeat this exercise after every 30 minutes. 3 to 5 breaths are even okay. And those who are even not able to do 3 breaths, they can just do 1 breath at a time. Take a break of 5 minutes, then again 1 breath. So they have to do more repeatedly, because they are taking 1 breath only. This way it will help a lot. And the second exercise is abdominal breathing. I will tell you how it help. If you see a child, his breathing, that is prominently abdominal. That means he is taking his tummy up and down, and we also called as diaphragmatic breathing. Abdominal breathing helps via 2 ways. The first one is that it decreases your sympathetic activity and increases your parasympathetic activity. That means after doing abdominal exercise, breathing exercise, you will feel very calm inside your mind. There is too much chaos, too much difficulties are going around us, and everybody is frustrated. And when our mind is frustrated, our whole body is in an excited state. Like you are running, you are just sitting, but your body is feeling that you are running. The systems are working at an increased speed than their routine. So this increased velocity, this increased speed will demand more oxygen. So when you calm down, you will see that your breath rate will come down, your heart rate will come down, and you will feel that you are comfortable from inside. So this way, when you are comfortable inside, your immune response will be balanced. Immune response is governed by the parasympathetic system. Any sympathetic activity, overwhelmed, is going to depress the immune system, and parasympathetic system is going to increase the immune response. So when we are doing abdominal breathing, our immune response will be balanced, and it will help a lot. Second thing is, while abdominal breathing, we use diaphragm as a muscle more, abdominal muscle more. So it will help to aerate the lower lobes of the lungs in a priority. So it will help a lot, as the most patients are having involvement in their lower lobes. So these are the 2 benefits. I will just tell you how to do it. If you take a book or something which you have, place it on your stomach, and this is just for the awareness that we are taking breath from the abdomen and not from the thorax. When you are inhaling in, the book must go up. Again, when you are inhaling in, the book or that object must go up. This breathing must be very gentle, very silent, and in a linear fashion. There must not be a up down like that. Close your eyes, pay attention to your breath. Some patient may not be able to do it, but those who are able to do it, do at least for 5 to 10 minutes continuously, and then repeat it every time when you feel frustrated, you feel anxiety, you feel fearful. Just repeat it and just try to be in your abdominal breathing. This will help a lot. Thank you.